It is go for launch. That's a common phrase heard more and more these days with a surge in spaceflight. Recent years have seen record numbers of liftoffs.
And now the White House is making moves to ensure more can happen without the limitations of red tape. Our chief transportation correspondent, pilot Maykay Beeler, here to explain. Maykay, more launches in the future?
It's an exciting time to be alive. It truly is. Well, according to reports, the FAA just celebrated its 1,000th licensed commercial spaceflight. Imagine that. And now the White House is encouraging more by relaxing regulations. But is it a good idea? Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, doing double duty as interim NASA administrator, and FAA head Brian Bedford joined President Trump for an executive order signing, saying the new directive will maintain the U.S.'s position as a leader in spaceflight. The White House issued the executive order last Wednesday. It calls for doing away with environmental reviews in Part 450. You think, well, what is that? Well, 450 spells out launch safety and related measures. Quote, by slashing red tape, tying up spaceport construction, streamlining launch licenses so they can occur at scale, and creating high-level space positions in government, we can unleash the next wave of innovation, unquote, according to Duffy. At NASA, this means continuing to work with commercial space companies and improving our spaceports' ability to launch. Now, as reported by Flying Magazine, the executive order severely criticizes previous regulations for commercial spaceflight and argues that change is needed in order for the U.S. to compete with foreign rivals. It is imperative that new space-based industries, space exploration capabilities, and cutting-edge defense systems are pioneered in America rather than our adversaries. That's what the order reads.
So, Maykay, is everyone on board with this? I mean, what do industry members, what's their reaction to this?
Well, the new rule, it's intended to streamline licensing, not getting rid of it, but streamlining licensing and permitting commercial spaceflight. It's been condemned by Congress and other industry leaders because they say relaxing or eliminating regulations, it could be reckless and dangerous.
Okay, have the old red tape rules, have that been exposed by companies like Elon Musk, SpaceX?
He hasn't liked those. Yeah, he's complained a lot in the past. So SpaceX has called the process frivolous amid licensing delays for Starship. At one point, CEO Elon Musk threatened to sue the FAA after it fined the company for alleged violations of its license. At the time, FAA Administrator Mike Whitaker said the regulations and its enforcement were necessary for safety.
When we talk about our environment and protecting that, could this new directive affect that?
Yeah. So industry leaders say that, the environmental reviews, this can be perhaps the most controversial part of this. So the order directs Duffy to, quote, eliminate or expedite environmental assessments, environmental impact statements and other documents required under that Part 450 to comply with the National Environmental Policy Act. So an industry official told Flying Magazine the dismantling of regulatory checkpoints will speed up spacecraft development timelines and spur investment in new space technologies. Per the FAA's commercial spaceflight forecast for the next 2 decades, the number of annual operations could triple over the next decade. And with relaxing the requirements, that figure can grow even larger.
Okay, but reading in between the lines here, it says, okay, even though that'll speed things up, some people may be saying, okay, but what about the number of accidents and faulty rockets that are built if you eliminate the red tape? So
those numbers could go up. Yeah.
And look at what's going on with Starship.
Yeah.
Right now, explosion after explosion after explosion.
And that's with the red tape currently in place.
And that's with the red tape. Now imagine if we relax the regulations.
Wow.
So, space flight is inherently dangerous.
It is, yeah.
It's risky and it's dangerous. We know that. So taking away some regulations, we'll see.
All right. Again, our chief transportation correspondent, Maykay Beeler, there talking about that with us. Maykay, appreciate that. As we continue to talk about the future in space, obviously everybody's excited about that, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.